Garden City 3rd. No.
Hi guys, we're on Facebook Live, and
You can.
Ashley,
You'll
Mike,
do it.
Hi.
rescue dog, super dog, emotional support dog, therapy dog, service dog. The amazing Zooming Rosie is with us tonight. She decided to make it a personal appearance with us, and that's not easy, getting her booked on our show. So we do have a celebrity superstar, Zooming Rosie. Google her, or no, not Google, Instagram, Zooming Rosie, and you'll see what she does at night and how she flies out the window and saves people all over the world. You'll see her flying past your window at night. Zooming Rosie. We're going to talk about Anne's franchise, grand opening of her franchise. It's exciting. We got a lot of exciting things to talk about today, so we're going to get going in a few minutes. And for those of you on Facebook, stay with us during the break, and we'll see if, in fact, so we rescued Zooming Rosie. She's only got 2 legs. She's been up for adoption for a very long time. Let's see, without any training, if we can make her an emotional support dog. I know she can because she already supports me emotionally, so that I can check that box off. Then we'll see, what's the other therapy? We'll see, we're going to talk about the terminologies. What is a therapy dog? What's emotional support dog? What's a service dog? I'm going to give you my opinion. I don't know. It's going to be my opinion. We'll see what happens. So stay with us through our commercials. That's important, especially in the second segment. We have a 7-minute commercial. Is that right, Ashley Pizzo?
Yes, it is.
All right. And if you have questions, comments, you can text us, or how do you do it? Facebook, comment on Facebook.
Facebook Live, yes. Hounds Radio.
We're going to get started in a few minutes, or a minute. He said the clock's not working, so Mike says so you'll just keep an eye on it. What is it, 12 minutes? How much is a segment?
You guys do 10-minute segment at 10:40. So 60 seconds.
Beautiful, Rose. You're a good girl. You can put our goggles on. Atta girl. Somebody listens to me. Rosie girl. Hi, baby.
30 seconds. In 5, 4, 3.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Dish on Dogs, the show about dog behavior, where we try to fill the void between the human brain and the dog brain, and we give our opinion. Our opinions are based on our experience. So anyway, I'm your host, Mike Gould, affectionately known as the mayor of Houndstown, USA, home to the happiest dogs on earth. If you don't know about Houndstown, USA, it's a fully interactive pet care facility where dogs are grouped by size, age, and temperament, and they play all day long. It's very straightforward. It's a place where they can come, and I'd like to say hump, jump, and dump without being screamed at, hit with newspaper, squirted with water. They just live a dog's life at Houndstown, USA. We actually have 17 locations in 6 or 7 different states. Where one of our guests tonight, so of course my wonderful co-host Ashley Pizzo is here. And hello. And for those of you who are on Facebook Live, you'll see that the amazing Zooming Rosie is with us, and you might not recognize her because she's in her superhero uniform. So you might have seen her flying around your neighborhood. She's intercepted many bank robbers. She's rescued people from wells, so she's really quite an amazing dog. So that's Zooming Rosie. And she does that with only 2 legs. So we're happy to have Zooming Rosie here. And we also are lucky enough to have with us McDonald, who is the owner of Hounds Garden City, our most recent franchise opening. Actually, they did their soft opening 2 or 3 days ago, and their grand opening is going to be sometime next month. And we're excited to have Ann here. So in the next segment, I have a few things I have to talk about, and then Ann is going to join us and talk to us about her new business endeavor with her partner, Colleen. You can take her goggles off for now. She needs to be out of her disguise. So, all right, last week we weren't here because we were preempted by the hockey game, which, I don't know, hockey. So hockey is like, when we think about hockey and people watching hockey, it's a very mammalian sport, right? If you think about what humans are doing, they're chasing a puck, which is like a rabbit, around a field with sticks. They're trying to catch the rabbit, bring it back, or send it into somebody else's territory. So it's a very mammalian sport, right? It's violent. They beat each other up, and it's kind of a funny thing, but it's kind of what it mimics what packs of animals used to do 35,000 years ago. Domestic wild dogs, that's what they do to this day. They play very rough, and they wrestle and so forth. So we were preempted last week by that, so we got a lot of catching up to do, right? So what are we doing? So what are we going to talk about tonight?
Well, last week we kind of touched on pretty much what the week before was how dogs are closer to wolves than they are humans, even though humans treat them like humans.
Right.
And that's kind of the source of all of their problems in life. So this week we're going to more talk about pretty much the difference between, as you've been touching on the past couple weeks, about you've never really seen a happy therapy dog.
Right.
So, and what the difference is versus having a dog in a working program where the Canine unit, stuff like that, the dogs seem a little more happier with what they're doing.
Right. So here it is. Right. Exactly. So I have my opinion, and I guess it may be been. I don't think I missed. Maybe I did. So anyway, there's emotional support dogs. So right off the bat, when there's these 3 human names for dogs these days.
They're like different certifications.
Certifications, but it's all, in my estimation, my humble opinion, kind of misunderstood and misrepresented. So dogs, Zooming Rosie here, for those of you who can see her, she's a 2-legged dog, and by virtue of being a dog, she is an emotional support dog, right? So we literally rescued her from a rescue group a couple of months ago. There's no training. She just happens to be a dog, and when we pet her and we're in her presence, we feel good about her. Meaning, we don't have to spend thousands and thousands of dollars to get a dog that provides emotional support to me or anyone else. So this concept, and then it's taken way out of. It's crazy now because people can literally, you can go online, and this is, so dog training in general, dog certifications, it is unregulated. So even within law enforcement, you can go to a law enforcement agency in one state and it's not the same certification as another state. So there's not like a Department of Motor Vehicle for dogs. So there's so it's unregulated. And the dog business, it's almost more insidious because any organization, you could go online and for $150, you'll get a certification. Nobody will ever have met your dog, and they will give you this certification.
No prerequisite.
No prerequisite.
Right.
So when I'm at the airport, my point is when we start projecting complicated human emotions, which is your own anxieties, right? We have anxiety. I have anxiety. I'm afraid of flying. And to be clear, I have many disorders that would qualify me I could get certified to have Rosie on the plane, but and I'm a dog person, we're dog people. Right. But what about the people that are afraid of dogs, allergic to dogs? I mean, honestly, I'm a dog person, and if I'm on an 8-hour flight to LA or wherever the hell I'm going, I don't necessarily want to sit next to somebody with their dog. So, and I really wonder, what exactly is that dog doing? So when I talked last week, or the week before, when I said, I don't see happy dogs. Right. So you know what a happy dog is. You're going to see what Rosie is. She's a happy dog. During our break, you don't need to be an animal behaviorist to see the dog's tail wagging and being very excited, and you can tell a happy dog, having fun. When I see some dogs, they're almost, and to some degree they are bred to take not the spirit out of them, but they're bred to be calm. And so if you see certain dogs that are service dogs, Labrador retrievers and stuff, by nature they're hunters, they're predators, they're bred to go chase things, run and jump and jump.
Well, if they do that, they don't make it through the program.
Right. So if they follow their natural instincts that they were put on, dogs were put on Earth for, all dogs were put on Earth, then you kind of breed that personality out of them so they can go to have, people pet them and go into these different therapy programs. So my personal feeling is that most of these things can be accomplished without putting all this pressure or project this on a dog. So all dogs, or most dogs, like to be pet. And my point is we're going to demonstrate with Zooming Rosie that I think some of this stuff is taken way out of context now. So the difference between a therapy dog and an emotional support dog or a police working dog, in the police department and law enforcement, we channel their natural drives. We use their nose that hunts things. So that's their natural instinct, is to go hunt things. So in law enforcement, we're always using the natural instincts. We're not breeding that instinct out of them. We want them to, they have this prey drive. They want to chase prey. And when you see a bomb dog or at an airport or a drug dog,
they don't know they're going after drugs.
They're not looking for drugs or bombs. They'd never go to work if they thought they were getting up in the morning looking for a bomb. But they're hunting. And that's a completely different experience for a dog, to allow them to do what nature put them on Earth to do. So all we do in law enforcement, or law enforcement does, is channel that drive. We try not to suppress it and try to breed that out of them. So, what's my point, Ashley? What's my point? So people want the definition. So when I say an emotional support dog, Rosie's an emotional support dog. You pet them, she don't bite. And the other part to this, which I will say also, is all dogs have teeth. And that's their only mechanism to resolve conflict. So I don't care how well-tempered the dog is. Under certain circumstances, all dogs have the potential of biting someone. Absolutely. And I've heard example after example where people were bitten by emotional support dogs or therapy dogs. I mean, this happens quite frequently. And the fact is that airlines and people are re-looking at their policies because it's become a joke. People just want to travel with their dog. And so that was my point. And then I got a little feedback, or, people were like, not clear what I was saying. I'm not making fun of people with disabilities. Of course not. But I do say this. I have disabilities, physical and emotional, and all those things. But I have other ways of dealing with it. So if I need a cane, if I can't walk because I have arthritis, I get a cane. I don't try to use my 225 pounds. I don't use a 70-pound dog to support me. So there's other. If it's not a necessary, I ask myself, what is that dog doing, and what could something else do? Do I really want to? Does that dog really want to be supporting me if I fall? And I don't think so. So is that covering what I wanted to talk about?
Yes. Yep.
All right. So then, with that said, so emotional support. And as I said, some of these things are ridiculous because you're going to see I'm almost betting money that if she stays awake long enough, Rosie, she's going to pass the test today. What's that organization? AKC has something called the Good Citizen Award, and it's a nice thing, a Good Citizen Award. It makes pet owners responsible enough and say, this is what your dog should be able to do. It shouldn't be able to bite people. And so that's the Good Citizen Award.
Right.
And you should strive to do that. And Rosie, I think, is going to do it tonight right out of the box. We're going to see. We're going to put her through the test. We're going to take a 2-minute break. Then we're going to come back. We're going to talk to Ann McDonald about the grand opening of Houndstown Garden City. It's amazing. It's going to be oh my God, I can't even tell you. It's centrally located. Bye-bye. Join us after the break.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. My clock's not working, so I think that was good.
Yeah. Right, well, you'll have a 2-minute break and then a 10-minute.
Right.
So we'll go to
Let's
20.
see if
I love her.
She really is adorable.
Yeah.
You're good kid.
So you write down. Just let me know some of the behaviors in the.
I have them.
Oh, good.
If you want,
I'll read them while you do them. I'll give you the Good Citizen
okay.
test.
Okay.
So just jot some of them down.
Give me back your paper. Give me the back of your paper, not mine. Come on.
Hi, guys. We're not saying anything bad.
Little Shelter said they're here watching.
Hi, Little Shelter. We love you. Dave, Tito, the whole crowd there. Amazing. Little Shelter.
60 seconds, guys. 60 seconds.
So those of you on Facebook, if you want a great dog, you want a therapy dog, you want an emotional support dog, go to Little Shelter and you'll find one. There's one's waiting for you. You don't have to spend 20 grand. Yeah, Little Shelter. They've been doing this for years. They're amazing. All right, stick with us. And then after our next break, we're going to give Zooming Rosie her good citizen test. It might be embarrassing, but we're going to try. Because she's not just an emotional support dog, she's also a superhero, so.
30 seconds.
Let's see. Jackie, are we doing all right? Any suggestions?
I haven't seen her on yet.
Oh.
She's had enough.
She's had enough today.
15.
So this is a segment that goes.
In 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm your host, Mike Gould. You're listening to The Dish on Dogs, the show about dogs and the dog brain and how humans view the world and how dogs view the world, and it's extremely different. We always talk about dogs living about 10 inches, 12 inches off the ground. We live 5 or 6 feet off the ground. We live literally in a different world. We see things differently. We hear things differently. Dogs smell their environment. We kind of try to see our environment. We don't have a great olfactory system. So, compared to Rosie, our noses are nothing. So dogs see the world with their nose, primarily. And then they have great hearing, but they don't have great vision. And so we talk about the differences of that. But before the break, we were talking about emotional support dogs versus therapy dogs. Actually, our friends from Little Shelter is listening tonight. And I would say this to you folks. If you want an inexpensive emotional support dog, go to Little Shelter and you get it for, they have a very nominal fee. They do a great job at screening dogs. My point being, therapy dogs, emotional support dogs, and police dogs, military work, they don't come from a special planet. They're dogs. They're dogs who are taught very simply of what we want them to do in society. And they'll do it, providing you don't project things that it's impossible for them to do. So unfortunately, in our world, we're kind of anthropomorphism is we believe animals can do things, particularly dogs, right? Everybody's seen Rin Tin Tin, Lassie, Benji, all of these dogs. They can't do that. Dogs don't know what a well is. They don't know what railroad tracks are, so they can't pull somebody off the railroad track. They might have a response to somebody laying on the railroad tracks that looks like they were trying to save them. But without going into great detail, after our break, I'm going to give Rosie her Canine Good Citizen test, and we'll see how she do it. We're doing this on the cuff. She hasn't had any practice doing it. The point being is it doesn't take a lot. It shouldn't take a lot. If domestic dogs are supposed to have what we call a bite inhibition, meaning that they're bred not to bite things. Now, of course, as I said before the break, all dogs have the potential of biting if they're put in a bad situation, if they're hurt, if a dog has an ear infection or a hip problem and somebody touches them, their only mechanism is their mouth to resolve that conflict. So, I always err on the side of being very careful with dogs and respecting them. I respect the dogs. I don't necessarily need for them to be my antidote for depression or anything like that. There's other methods that are safer.
Right, and what you were going to touch on a little more in depth is you had that listener reach out to you and wanted to really know the difference between the AKC Good Citizen versus an emotional support dog versus a service dog.
Right. So an emotional support dog is anything. It's any dog. And
there's no prerequisite, which we went over.
Right, except for $150 to some psychologist online, and you'll get a certificate, which is over
webcam sometimes.
Over webcam. And so in and of itself is ludicrous, right?
Right.
Come on now.
And they have the same, they can do the same things a service dog is allowed to do. So any place that does not accept dogs, an emotional support dog and a
Right.
service dog that it's been through.
Right. So let's put that in perspective. So think of a police dog. So people see police dogs, and guess what? Police dogs accidentally bite the wrong people, just to be clear on that. They use their mouth, and sometimes they make mistakes and they bite the wrong people. Sometimes they bite their own handler, depending on the circumstance. This is a fact of life. Obviously, it shouldn't happen, and when properly trained, it doesn't happen. But they are animals. They're predators, and we're teaching them to do certain things. So let's think about the police dog. The police canine program in most municipalities, particularly up here in the New York area, is 6 months long. It is either longer or almost as long as the human police academy. It's 6 months long. So think of that. It's longer to train the police dog for the skills they want than it is the human. And think of
Who
what
understands.
Right, the human who understands
speak the
English.
same language.
They speak. They study law. They study firearms. They study self-defense. They just all of these things. So the police dog academy is 6 months long, approximately. And that's 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, and then some, at a minimum. So whatever that comes out to, I think it's like 400 hours. And the dogs still, at the end of the day, are dogs. They'll still run out and get hit by a car if they chase a ball, if they're not properly supervised. So dogs are wonderful, amazing animals, and they can do wonderful things, but they are so far removed from a human and a human's decision making, it's incredible. So I think my point is that. So that's to be a certified police dog is 6 months of training, 400 some odd hours of repetitive 8 hours. Then we have emotional support dogs that, again, people will call or text. But as far as I'm concerned, there is no training. You just go online, get a certificate.
We've had customers use it. We've had, and we've had instances where these dogs are biting people in restaurants because they're at McDonald's.
Well, yeah, we've had that, right? And that could happen with any dog. It could happen with a police dog at an airport if the police dog handler is not supervising the dog. If some kid comes running up and the police handler is not paying attention, there could be a problem. But the officers are highly trained to supervise their dog, and they have a pretty thorough understanding of their dog's behavior. So the emotional support dog is that. And again, to me, every dog that walks the earth that I can pet and he wags its tail gives me emotional
And the
support.
handler is going through that same training process as the dog is. It's not like this dog is now getting trained and now the handler doesn't know how they're supposed to operate.
In which case
in the canine officer.
Oh, right.
Where some of these service dogs are just getting...
Right.
The dogs are getting trained, but now the people aren't getting trained how to handle those dogs properly.
Right. So I think the point is that therapy dogs require a higher level of training, but so it's all very questionable. It's dubious to me. I'm not sure if any of it makes sense. There's no regulations. You talk to 5 different people, they'll give you 5 different things. And so I question that. I don't say it's good or bad, but I think it's getting out of hand where people can just go online and get anything. I think they have therapy pigs, alligators, and everything else now, so things have taken a turn. I don't want to waste more time on that. You watch Zooming Rosie during our break, and she's my therapy dog. I think she's a therapy dog, service dog, emotional support dog, all in one. All right. Then I'm going to get aggravated in the 4th segment, so I'm already, this is how this goes. I start getting wound up. And later in the show, and not now, right now we're going to talk to Ann and we're going to calm our nerves down. But later in the show, we're going to talk about a woman who had a dog, whose dog nipped a few people. She takes the dog to the vet, and the vet says the dog should be put down. This infuriates me. I'm not going to mention the vet's name because that's not fair. If they're not, I'm not going to say who the vet is. But this has happened occasionally where vets have said ridiculous things. Not all vets. This is a few vets. Anyway, hopefully we're going to talk to Ethel about her dog Jack later on in the show. But first, that's when I'm going to get really excited and aggravated. Right now, we're going to talk. We got 2 minutes to talk to Ann McDonald from Hounds, Garden City. Welcome to the show, dear. How are you?
I'm good. Well, thank you very much for having me on the show.
Okay, well, it's delightful. So the good news is, tell us about Garden City, Houndstown Garden City.
Houndstown Garden City is located in Garden City in Nassau County, which is kind of centrally located in Nassau County. We're on Stewart Avenue, and we're a brand new facility that just opened up on Wednesday.
That's exciting, right?
Yes.
You're not fully open, but you're soft
We're
opening,
soft opening.
which means people are welcome to contact you,
Yep.
schedule temperament
Temperature
tests.
We had a couple of dogs over there already. We
Yeah.
did a couple of daycare, and everything went fabulous. Everyone
Yeah.
had a great time. All the dogs got along very well.
Okay.
We booked a couple of dogs already for boarding for the Easter break
Great.
during the school. So that's
That's
all good
cool.
stuff.
No, it's all good stuff.
Shout out to Buddy's dad.
Yeah.
Right, we met Buddy. We gotta give a shout out to Buddy and his dad Alex.
Yes.
Really good, cool guy. Hope you're watching on Facebook. After this break, we only have a 1 minute because I got distracted, and then we're going to come back and talk for the next segment about Houndstown Garden City, where it's located,
Yeah.
and who your clientele will be, and it's kind of, so we're very excited about that. So that's our second location opened in Nassau County, and this I would describe it as Central Nassau. So if you it's near the Roosevelt Field Mall, Winthrop Hospital, the courthouses, the parkways. It's in a really good place. All right, listen, stay with us on Facebook and watch Zooming Rosie do her Canine Good Citizens Award. And we got about a 7-minute break, and then we'll come back and talk to Ann McDonald. Bye-bye.
Morning.
All right, Rosie, we're getting out of here. Oh, Jesus.
All right. You hold the chair, I'll place for me.
Tell me when you're ready for our little thing. Have 7 minutes. She's got to go in a wheelchair, the poor dog. She zooms faster than me with 2 legs.
Just better relieve. She's got 2 legs.
Let's see.
I'm not going to pull her glasses down. I'm just
Yeah, right. No, because that's annoying to her. Where's my things that you're supposed to
They're
do?
on the back of you.
Are we on there, sweetheart?
Yes, we are.
All right.
Make sure she can get around the door.
Now, don't forget, folks, we're at an airport. Airports are crazy, right? There's noises, sounds, different floor surfaces. So for those therapy dogs and emotional support dogs that have to go into hospitals, this is pretty close to that. So here's our Rosie in her wheelchair, and off she goes. So let's see, let's see. Keep going there. And then come back towards us, and she's got to accept a friendly stranger. So Ann will be our friendly stranger. You wait. She doesn't know how to heel. She's a mess. Then you get low, friendly stranger, and then here comes our therapy dog. She wants to be my pop. All right, come on. Say hello. So here she is. She's got her diaper on, and I have mine on. So we have a lot in common. So she's accepting a friendly stage. We're not going to ask her to sit politely because she can't sit.
She can stay.
She can stay.
So we'll do that.
Right. Her appearance, yeah, let's see if she stays.
I think her appearance is pretty good.
Yeah, she's beautiful. I don't even know what a bad appearance on a dog looks like. All right, Ashley. Great.
No practice.
Yeah, no excuses. Go around again and do it again. You're working for the camera. No good. This is show business, folks. W.C. Fields never worked with children or animals because they would always undermine. So here comes Zooming Rosie. She's going to stop. You're going to correct her a little. Good. There's our stay, and then she's going to get low. There's our come. So we got that. What? Walking through a crowd. Come on through us here. Here's our crowd. Let's get together. Oh, you got to watch her. Here you go. Hey, there. Hey. All right, that's not a great crowd, but you get the point. We're at the airport. Come on. Coming when called. Reaction to another dog. All right, I'll be the dog. Reaction to distraction. Hey. All right. What else? Supervised separation. Go this way. So now we're going to change surfaces, and this is important when you do train dogs for certain things that they accept the different changes in surface. Let's go over there and drop the leash. Get low. And then, so somebody asked if we know the dog is happy. Take her out of her buggy there.
Look at that girl. She's beautiful. She was for free. She was in a shelter. She was up for adoption for 7 months, 8 months, a year. She was abused and beaten and battered. Rosie girl, look at her. Look at that. Rosie girl. Come on, happy girl. Come on. Do you have to be a dog behaviorist? Come here, baby girl, to see that this is a happy dog. If her tail was up, it would be wagging. But this is one happy dog. So she just did the essence with no training. I don't know if she looks like I don't know what the hell she looks like. Oh, she's running away. Come on, Rose. Rosie girl. Rosie girl. All right, keep walking to the camera. All right. Good girl. Rose, Rose, Rose. Rose, Rose, Rose. Anyway, that's our canine good citizen. She don't bite. Yeah. No, 3 minutes. She alerts us to dangerous strangers. That's her superhero thing. She went right into being a superhero when she thought we were being attacked. We got 3 minutes. We're going to go back in. I can't be happier with Zooming Rosie. She gives us all the emotional support we could ever deal with.
Do you want to? Yeah. I can pick her up.
She's
right back in the
a
chair.
winner.
Yeah.
So now Ann is going to benefit from the emotional support of Rosie. This is all free of charge.
Yes.
All right. Yeah.
I know she's like, oh my
She's
God, diving for
That's
it.
great. All right, set us back up. See if I got any. No text from Jackie.
She's watching.
She is,
Yes,
Jackie.
yes, yes.
All right, we got a couple minutes, and we're going to talk about Hounds Down, and then Ethel's going to call.
Yes.
Oh, wow, where's the number? All right, Zooming Rosie. So, where did we go? I thought that was excellent. You did a great job.
Well,
It's just amazing to me that I don't see why we would have to spend 3 months, 6 months, or 5 months training her to do anything. She's ready to go. We'll spend the next segment talking about franchising, etc. And then the
60 seconds.
we'll talk about Ethel. And then the next segment you'll break things down, right? Yeah, on our next break.
Danielle got it. All right.
Yeah, I got it.
All right.
I'm sorry.
I'm a pro at it.
I know you are.
Dave from Little Shelter goes, I'm here, but I'm late. I'm late, but I'm here.
Better late than never tell. What a good girl, Rose. I know.
30 seconds.
I have more cookies for you. More cookies.
Rosie!
In 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the Dish on Dogs. I'm your host, Mike Gould. I'm joined by the lovely Ashley Pizzo and Ann McDonald, co-owner of Hounds Down Garden City, our newest member of our Hounds Down family. Started their soft opening. Of course, I can't forget Zooming Rosie. For those of you who watched her, she's really an amazing dog, inspirational, no complaints. She's got 2 legs. She's not asking for any special things in life. She just wants to be loved. She loves back. Simple. So we're going to talk this segment about franchising. Franchising is a interesting business model where it's a combination of a mom and pop owned business with the support of a corporation. So, and it's truly the trend nowadays. I mean, people could argue that it's sad that all the mom and pops are not there, and everything's run by corporations. But the truth is, this is a nice combination of that, where mom and pops, in this case, you're not a mom, or well, you're a mom, but not a pop, for
Not a
sure.
pop.
So Ann's here. So Ann, you're opened in Garden City. What's the address there?
839
Yeah.
Stewart Avenue
Right.
in Garden City.
Right. And this is a truly great location because it's centrally located. I mean, I think it's literally in the center of Nassau County. So people familiar with Nassau, it's right off of Stewart Avenue.
Ease
It's
of
where-
access, yeah.
It's unbelievable. It's by the mall,
Yeah,
the Roosevelt
Field Mall.
Then you got Winthrop Hospital.
Correct.
You have all the highways,
Yeah.
Meadowbrook Parkway, Nassau
Nassau
Community.
Community College
Right.
is right there.
So this is a tremendous location, and it's going to provide. Tell me why did you select that area?
Colleen and I just loved the area. It was easy access to get in and out of the highway, so people want to go to work, they could drop their dog off, the dog could spend the day interacting with other dogs, having fun, enjoying themselves, and then they can pick them up on the way home, and
Right.
it's just easy.
Right. And Houndstown, obviously, we'll have 7 locations on Long Island. And since our inception, we've taken care of 1 million dogs. So we know what we're doing. So it's a partnership where Houndstown, us, the franchisor, supports the franchisee, Ann and Colleen, and teach them how to make a safe environment, a safe and healthy environment with their dogs. And as I said, we've done it 1 million times. So we're excited about our grand opening. How do people, how would they get a hold of, if they want like a free day of daycare or something?
Well, they can reach out, phone number. They can also reach out over Facebook. They have a Facebook page. And I'm pretty sure you guys are going to have an Instagram if you have one
Yeah.
already. You've been
Yeah.
posting on there.
So what's the how do they get Facebook?
So they go to Houndstown Garden City.
Houndstown Garden City, go there, get in touch with Ann or Colleen, and they're going to give you a free day of daycare. And so you literally have nothing to lose. The temperament test is free. You make an appointment for the temperament test. You schedule that,
We
right?
schedule a temperament test so we can size the dogs with their level of activity and their personalities, so everybody gets to play and have a good time together.
Excellent, exactly.
And the phone number. We
Right,
want to
right.
give out the phone
Yeah,
number.
what's the phone number?
Right, 516-888-9708.
Right. So that's that. And of course, you can just go to houndstownusa.com.
All the information's on
and
there.
all the information, what you need. But so they're doing their temperament test free of charge. You come in. It takes we like to allot about 20 minutes to a half hour.
Yeah, it doesn't take 15 minutes,
15.
tops.
Yeah.
Right. But it's by appointment only for the reason we want to spend time with you so we can answer your questions. And as Ann quite correctly said, we have to assess the dog's personality to make sure. So we don't just throw dogs in groups of dogs. We very carefully, and we have a soft science to it, where we place dogs in play groups by size, age, and temperament. And we're very good at it. And Ann and Colleen are going to be excellent at it. So you're going to give everybody a free day of daycare if they pass their temperament test.
Correct.
All right, what else do we need to know? What does it cost, like, for a day of daycare? What would that look like?
It's $34.
$34 for the day.
Yeah.
We have different packages. We have a 5-day package, a 10-day package, and a 20-day package. The 5-day expires in 1 month. The 10-day expires in 2 months, and the 20-day is 90 days.
So if people call, they schedule a temperament evaluation. They fill out some paperwork, just some generic information, your vet, where you live, or a little bit about the personality of your dog. You sign a liability release, and that's just like in any time a child or human interacts, and this is interactive. This is fully interactive. There's no timeouts. There's no one of the things that I'm most proud of as the franchisor, we don't exploit human beings. It's easy to do because this is an emotional business. So everybody knows who's listening who has a pet. If I said to you, would you pay $2 more to give your dog an ice cream cone today? You're probably not going to say no. There are pet care facilities that charge them to pet your dog, like little private sessions. You want to give them a biscuit, you want to give them a pill. These are all upcharges. In Garden City and all of our location, we pride ourselves on very straightforward pricing. Dogs come and they play all day long, they go home and they pass out because they're tired. And we give them this level of interaction that a pet owner could never do. You could, if you got home from work, you would have to run a marathon with your dog to give them the same level of activity that we're going to provide in Houndstown Garden City on any given day.
Yeah, you just had a new customer today that came in to Garden City, and they said that exact thing. He goes to the gym twice a week, and he goes for about 2.5 hours, and he's like, I can't go on a 2.5 mile run with my dog every day, and if I do, it still doesn't equate to the same thing of taking him to the dog park, which he really doesn't want to do either because it's unregulated. So
yeah, dog parks are dangerous, in my opinion. There's nobody checking. Everybody at the dog park are dog experts. They think
and it's a huge area they're trying to manage.
Yeah.
And there's disease. Nobody's checking shot records. Nobody's checking dogs. So those are the value of coming to a Houndstown. We make sure that it's safe and secure. That's the number one priority. And then we want to make sure dogs have a great experience. What are your hours? When do you open over there?
We're open at 7 a.m. and we close at 8 p.m.
So that's great. So if you work at the hospital or the courts and you work, so that's pretty liberal hours, and that's also a big benefit to that. So let's see what else. So yeah, we take care of their dogs' needs. You also do boarding overnight.
Overnight boarding, yeah. And we let dogs be dogs.
Exactly.
What they do best.
Right, and that's the point. So at home, I know you folks think you're wonderful, and you are for the most part. But if you're yelling at the dog, and there's a lot of drama going on when the doorbell rings and you're screaming at the dog, or he's barking at the landscaper, and all this drama, when you come to a Houndstown, USA, the minute the dog passes into our play groups, all that is ended, and they do what they like to do. They sniff each other's butts. As I say, they hump, jump, and dump without being screamed at, without being admonished. And it's really amazing, actually. Many of our customers will come and say, I can't believe that's my dog. And then, of course, new customers, the dogs go home, and as I said, they pass out. And that's a big value to the customers. So I shouted out to my new friend, my BFF Alex, and his dog Bud. He's got this beautiful German Shepherd.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
He's gorgeous, big. And Alex he's a really nice guy. So we're looking forward to having a long relationship. And that's one of the things. Part of our Houndstown is a family, the way I see it. Once our customers come, I mean, they're part of our little weird little cult, part of our little dysfunctional family.
They are.
And it's fun.
It's nice. It's fun because you're building a bond with the human and the dog.
Absolutely.
And that's the whole unit of the family.
Exactly. So, exactly. And our competitors, we don't talk poorly about them, but they just don't do that. And very frankly, they don't understand the human brain. And if you listen to the show regularly, we kind of deviated from the dog brain. We talk about that a lot. And next week, we'll be doing that further and explaining the needs of the dog. The humans have a certain need, and the dogs have a completely different other need, and we allow that to happen. We know what the need is, and we provide it for them. So, with that said, we're going to take another break, and then we're going to talk to Ethel.
Yep.
Hopefully, if she calls.
Yeah,
in.
she's waiting.
Oh, she's waiting. Ethel's
well,
waiting.
she's not on the phone, but
all
she's
right,
coming.
So Ethel has this dog, and she'll tell the story, and it was so upsetting to me. I can't tell you. It's happened a few times over the 20 or 30 years I've been doing this, where the dog got misdiagnosed, and she'll tell her story how we straighten that problem out, and we'll actually post the videos on.
It's on.
Oh, so yeah, so the videos of our thing with Ethel are online. So you're listening to The Dish on Dogs, Houndstown Radio, live every Monday night. Unless we're preempted by the damn hockey.
No, we're done. Oh, it was just those 2 episodes. Right. We're good.
Right. Boring. No, but and then we're going to come back for our final segment, talk about Houndstown charities. We're going to talk about Ethel, and we're going to talk about Jack, who was, had a pretty serious diagnosis. So again, join us after the break. 103.9 Houndstown Radio, and we'll be back in 2 minutes.
Yep.
Thanks.
Thank you, because when I get nervous, I get forgetful.
No, you're good. I got you.
Why? What'd you do?
I almost forgot the number. I forgot the last 4 digits. I'm like 888.
I know.
I got it online. It was right there.
When people ask me, they ask you a question, you're like, huh? What's your name?
I forgot.
Look at this kid. She's got this down. She's such a good girl. Who's coming to Atlantic City?
I think I did okay.
Oh, you did very good.
Okay.
And again, I talk too much. I really should allow you to talk. We'll talk a little bit more.
No, that's fine.
Get the point across. We always promote you anyway.
Absolutely, yeah. No, it's great.
Rosie, where we going? We're going soon.
Is he getting Ethel on the phone?
Yeah.
Mike.
I can give it to you again if you need it. She's ready. She's waiting. Rosie.
Yeah, write it down for me. You got it. Yeah.
Since the system's down, I gotta do it from here.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Rosie.
So what was the number?
It is 516-242-8406. Now everyone has Ethel's phone number.
I'll be calling Ethel. Leave Ethel alone.
Ethel? Hi, it's Mike from LA News Radio. We'll put you on hold and we'll put you on air in 2 seconds, okay? All right, thank you. Please hold.
So what do I do? I just hit that.
No, we're good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's on air already.
All right, so
Boom. So I'm gonna put her in, and as soon as we get going, we'll just start.
Rosie.
stop, Rosie.
She's like, okay. You're twitching it.
All right, 30 seconds.
Smoke a cigar.
She's like, okay.
Shouldn't chew that.
No. Did she chew the chicken breast when she
Oh,
eats it?
Jackie said
No.
sounded good.
Oh, very good.
I don't get that all the time.
Oh, excellent.
Cigar
I'm proud of
night,
you.
Jackie. Cigar night, Monday
I'm
night.
proud of you.
Thank you. Cigar night.
You got a treat ready, Rose. Look at her.
Look how beautiful she is. This. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the Dish on Dogs. I'm your host, Mike Gould. We had a really good show. It goes up by fast. We have Ann McDonald, co-owner of Hounds Down Garden City, it had their soft opening, which means they're taking appointments for temperament evaluation. So you can get her on Facebook, Houndstown Garden City Facebook. You can go to houndstownusa.com, make an appointment for a free temperament test. And also, if that goes well, which it should, because dogs are dogs, so they should, do well. And she'll give you a free day of daycare, correct? Is that you're willing to do that for us? Right. Tell me you heard about us on Houndstown. What's the name of the show? Dish on Dogs.
Dish on Dogs.
Houndstown Radio. Thank you.
They have to say that.
They have to say that or nothing.
Or they- yes.
Yeah. So this segment, the last segment, we talk about Houndstown Charities. So Houndstown Charities is something near and dear to my heart. It's our way of giving back to the world of animals. And Houndstown Charities, it's a 501c3. You can go online and see houndstowncharities.org. But I have a special guest tonight because about 3 weeks ago, I got a call from this woman, Ethel, and she had this dog, Jack, and she was explaining to me, she was obviously upset. The dog had nipped a few people. Nothing ever serious, never required hospitalization, nothing, but he nipped some people. And she went to the vet, and we're not going to mention the vet's name because it's not fair to the vet. They're not here to defend themselves. So they went to the vet, and the vet said, this is a kind of dog that needs to be euthanized because he was always going to be unpredictable. And so anyway, she came to us. We do something called turbo training. I went to her house. So let's see if Ethel, are you around there? Are you listening, dear? Oh, hi, Ethel. Good. I don't think I didn't say anything bad about it. I didn't know you were listening. So, Ethel, my dear, just talk about Jack for a few minutes, about your dog, how long you had him, and basically the circumstances. Tell everybody. Beautiful. Beautiful. Right. And you... Right. But as I said to you, so you chose to take your brother to the urgent care, and what they do? I mean, they right, and that's what they're required to do, right? If I cut my finger on a nail, if I go to the doctor, they're going to put me on antibiotics and give me a shot. So my point was, this wasn't a vicious attack where they took your brother to the ground and he required, reconstructive. I mean, there was literally you're a little concerned because it bled and he got bit on the hand, right? All right, the leg. And so you called, and how many times? I came to your house how many times? Once. And I came, and we had this on, and you were nice enough to allow us to put this on our Facebook. And what was your experience like with me and going to your house? Look, talk, or touch, right, right. Yeah. No, and that it's a very emotional experience for me. But we didn't like when say I obviously didn't get bit by Jack. He didn't show any signs of aggression towards me. Correct. And I didn't do anything. I didn't. We didn't ask him to sit. In fact, I told you we're not going to talk to Jack. It was all our body movement. We didn't do any talking, looking, or touching initially. And the dog was fine. There was no aggression whatsoever. And then, of course, I get very animated and crazy, and I started screaming and banging and doing crazy things. I do those things to try to trigger the dog's aggression if it's there. And it would be normal. If I started screaming or I started petting your dog's ears or something and he didn't want to be touched, he would be justified in snapping at me. So, and I thought you and your family did such a great job, and it's only because of you following what I told you. And I know it's hard for you. You're a very loving, emotional person yourself, and it's hard for you and many of my clients to do what I ask them to do. And when I do what I asked you to do was really nothing, really. It was just changing how you interacted with the dog. It wasn't about training the dog. Correct? And when I left, everybody was relatively happy. And this was only, when was that, Sunday or Saturday? I think I came over your house today. And I say that because I guess I'm not looking for accolades for myself. What I'm trying to tell pet owners that this is so simple. Would you agree that what we did was as simple as could be?
Very simple. I mean, very easy instructions to follow, very simple ways of, how to interact with my dog. That makes me feel comfortable, he's comfortable, and there's a lot of balance in our heads.
Right, and that's exactly the word we're looking for, balance, or we're all looking for balance, and obviously a doorbell ringing that takes a dog out of balance because of the human rituals. We had a lot of discussion. I mean, I spent probably an hour and a half there or so, and we talk about a lot of really, kind of strange circumstances and stuff, but so the needless to say, I was extremely happy that you did that, and I want to make sure that Jack lives a long, happy life. But really what pissed me off, very honestly, is the fact that a doctor, a veterinarian, and again, I'm not saying their name because it's not fair, they're not here to defend themselves, but I know that it's happened before where they said once a dog bites, you're always going to, and it's just a ludicrous comment to me, it's a ludicrous statement. All dogs have to be managed correctly. That's what they have to be managed. And we have aggressive dogs, I own aggressive dogs, I don't let them interact with my grandchildren. That's okay, it's not terrible. But, so anyway, listen, Ethel, I really do appreciate you calling in. And maybe one day we'll have you and Jack on the show here.
Thank you, Mike. Again, I'm eternally grateful. I really, this is a whole new world for Jack and I and my family, and happy that things have worked out the way they have. So, I can't thank you enough.
Thank you, Ethel. Thank you very much. Thanks for calling. And I'd just like people to know, this is just one session. It's not training the dog. It's training the human to respect the dog and set boundaries and structure. And that's all we need. Dogs need leadership and structure. That's it. They don't need abusiveness. They don't have to. We don't even talk to dogs. We don't look, talk, or touch. Right, Ashley?
Right.
All right. So this was the dish on dogs. I get a little frustrated because that is super annoying to me. The upsetting, the emotion that thinking that you have to put your dog down because he bit your brother.
Right. And especially when a pet care professional tells you, that you should be putting your dog to sleep.
Right. And I just ask vets to stay in your lane. I don't diagnose dogs' medical issues. If a dog has diarrhea or something, I tell go to the vet. I don't try to diagnose it. And I would ask the same in return from the vets. Wonderful vets. We have amazing vets, by the way. And I don't know one that would ever recommend a dog be euthanized because he nipped somebody. It's absurd. It's ludicrous. In many ways, I hope it didn't happen. And Ethel was just making it up, but she's not, because I know that this has happened before, and it's a huge disservice.
Yeah.
The Dish on Dogs, 103.9, Monday nights.
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock, and we're usually on Facebook.
Yeah.
And any parting words?
No, I think everyone should check out on Hounds Sound Radio Facebook page. We do have the video of Jack up there. So just to get a look, he's not this huge aggressive dog.
It's really sad. It's crazy. It's actually
by the video, you'd think that they were lying that he nipped people.
Right, exactly. And McDonald, thank you, dear.
Thank you.
Thanks, Rosie. Of course. Thank you,
See everybody
guys.
next week.
Next Monday.